5 habits that are holding you back from success and how to break them. In a world where everyone talks about productivity, success, and big achievements, few people stop to think about the subtle habits that slowly but surely destroy their chances of making it. They work like poison. Their effect accumulates over time. Today you're lazy, tomorrow you're scared, and the day after that you're telling yourself, maybe I never really wanted this anyway. Think about it. Most people don't even realize what's holding them back. They'll try new methods, seek motivation, read self-improvement articles, but never move forward because their habits are working against them. Let's break down what's stopping you and how to fix it. 1. Waiting for the right moment. When I have more money, then I'll start. As soon as I have time, I'll work out. I need to prepare first. People think like this for years, but here's the question. How often does that right moment actually arrive? Studies show that our brain is wired to avoid uncertainty. Procrastination is a defense mechanism. If you don't start, you can't fail. It's a trap. Take Sylvester Stallone, for example. When he was writing Rocky, he had no money, no home, and no food. At one point, he was so broke, he sold his dog for $50 because he couldn't afford to feed it. But he didn't wait for the perfect time. He kept writing. When a studio offered him $300,000 for the script but wouldn't let him play the lead role, he turned it down. He went all in. Eventually, he got the role. The movie grossed $225 million, and he bought his dog back for $15,000. Remember, the perfect moment doesn't exist. You create it. 2. Letting fear of failure control you. How many times have you avoided starting something just because you were afraid to fail? This isn't just a personal fear, it's neuroscience. Studies show that fear of failure activates the same brain regions as physical pain. Your brain literally processes potential failure as if you were getting punched in the face. But here's the kicker. Successful people fail way more than the average person. Thomas Edison made 10,000 failed attempts before inventing the light bulb. Michael Jordan said, "I missed 9,000 shots. I lost 300 games. 26 times I was trusted with the game-winning shot and missed. That's why I succeed." The difference between successful and unsuccessful people. The successful keep moving forward even when they're scared. If you want to beat this fear, try the reframing technique. Instead of saying, "I'm afraid to fail," tell yourself, "I'm experimenting and learning." This shifts your brain's perspective from seeing failure as a threat to seeing it as a game. 3. Surrounding yourself with the wrong people. You can work on yourself all you want, but if your environment doesn't support your goals, you'll struggle. Harvard research proves that you adopt the habits, income level, and mindset of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Quick test. Look at your closest friends. Do they inspire you or just complain all the time? If you're surrounded by people who say, "That's impossible," "Why work so hard?" or "Just be like everyone else," you'll start thinking the same way. That's why successful people actively shape their environment. What can you do? Find digital mentors. If you don't have high-achieving people around you, surround yourself with them virtually. Listen to podcasts, watch interviews, read biographies. Over time, your brain will start thinking differently. 4. Consuming too much content instead of creating. The average person spends 7 hours a day on their phone. But what are they doing? Scrolling through feeds, watching other people's lives, consuming endlessly. There are 2 types of people, creators and consumers. Creators make things, consumers just watch. The world is shaped by creators. Harvard research shows that when people watch too much success content, their brain processes it as a substitute for real achievement. Meaning, your brain tricks you into feeling accomplished, but your life stays the same. The solution is simple. Replace consumption with creation. Watching YouTube for 2 hours. film your own video, reading endless posts, write your own, scrolling Instagram. Start building something real. You're either watching others succeed or building your own success. 5. Not controlling your emotions and energy. A person can have an incredible IQ and deep knowledge, but if they can't control their emotions, they will lose. Financial crises, conflicts, failures, these happen to everyone. But successful people respond differently. They don't panic, they don't complain, they analyze and move forward. Harvard professor Daniel Goleman proved that emotional intelligence, EQ, is more important than IQ. People with high EQ succeed faster because they control their reactions to stress, focus on solutions instead of problems, stay calm and rational in tough situations. If you want to increase your EQ, try the stop reaction method. When you feel anger, fear, or panic, pause, take a deep breath, delay your reaction, and evaluate the situation logically. This builds emotional control and resilience. Final thoughts. These habits might seem small, but they shape your entire reality. If you don't break them, no book, course, or advice will help. Winners are those who take action. Now the choice is yours. Keep living by the old script, or change your approach and finally start making real progress. Supplement: a deeper analysis of habits that hinder success. Everyone knows that habits shape our lives. But why is it so hard to break bad habits? The answer lies in neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to change in response to experience. Every habit creates neural pathways, and the more you repeat an action, the stronger it becomes. Harvard neuroscientist John Ratey writes that habits are like ski tracks in the brain. The more you repeat an action, the deeper the groove becomes. When you try to change your behavior, you can't just erase old tracks, but you can create new ones. How to outsmart your brain and build strong habits. The minimal effort method. Research from Duke University shows that habits form faster when they require little willpower. Instead of saying, "I'll run 5 kilometers every day," start with, "I'll put on my running shoes and step outside." The brain doesn't resist small steps. Replacing habits instead of suppressing them. You can't just eliminate a bad habit, it must be replaced. If you usually scroll through social media before bed, try swapping it for reading or journaling. Do it badly, but do it. The key is to keep going, even if the result isn't perfect. If you've committed to writing a book but feel exhausted today, write just one sentence. The most important thing is to not break the chain of action. Success isn't magic. It's the result of daily micro-decisions that, over time, become a way of life. The winner isn't the one who does everything perfectly. It's the one who simply doesn't stop.